What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another Jurassic World Evolution. Playing the sandbox on Isla Nublar. This is part 2. For any of you who joined in for part 1, welcome back to part 2. But here is the entry. Kind of a good place to start. Let's go ahead and enter on in. See what we did so far. So last episode we created this little entryway with our hotels here off in the corner. We also created the innovation center here, little starting point, and then also our utility corridor. Now I did change some stuff. If you remember, this was in a different position and I did not have the AC helicopter, so I did put those in. The reason being I put this was because I wanted to start creating some dinosaurs. And in today's episode, or part, I wanted to, start building an enclosure. So let's go ahead and kind of just start from there, I would say. Let's give these guys that are here, or that are going to be coming anyways. Since we're not going to be worried about... We'll put a heavy steel fence in, but not necessarily too worried when it comes to these dinosaurs doing anything to the guests or anything like that. Kind of a nice little rounded there, that's kind of cool. We'll kind of bring it back. Can it round back out? Yes. Alright. That's interesting. It almost basically allowed me to go outside of the boundaries. Anybody else notice that? Alright. Just kind of throw this along here. I'm not really too sure. I think I'll just make this like entire section. Let's see. I mean, that's kind of a massive spot, so maybe not quite that big. But we will go pretty big. Alright, looking good. Let's go ahead and... well, for now, we can just kind of slap this right over here. Let's start towards the back. Out of sight. Alright, now let's add a viewing gallery. Actually, let's just go ahead and put this there. That looks perfect. And then over here, let's go ahead and drop in the gyrosphere. Kind of make it so the guests can see the people in the gyrosphere as well as the dinosaurs. Kind of get them excited to be like, hey, let's go on that, shall we? Alright, now all we gotta do is get these connected with some paths. And with these guys, should we still continue on with the giant path? Honestly, I completely forgot that I was going to make this entire thing electrified. Now, one thing actually that I think is really awesome that nobody actually... I didn't know this when I first started, is that if you use the electrified fences... so let's go ahead and do replace, and we're going to... oh, nope, we're going to hit replace on, but we're going to use a electrified steel fence. It carries the electricity all the way through, which is pretty awesome. So, and kind of the cool thing too is, like, as you saw, like, now you can see that this has power, whereas a second ago it didn't. So I don't even need to make the entire thing, even though it looks kind of odd to have a different type of fence back over there, but, like, you know, as long as this front part looks good. which now it does. Now, as far as the animals to put in here, we do obviously need to put a little bit of what would be maybe their water. So let's just go ahead and put it here. That's probably big enough. We also need to put in some trees. So let's see what we can get back in here. Anything? No. Alright. And then right here, we'll just put in some, like a feeder. Probably just put in a couple. Alright. And then let's head on over here. We'll just get these guys started in the Hammond Center. Alright. And let's go in. So we're going to start off with the Arthuchiomimus, the Gallimimus. Let's do these guys first, though. And let's make several different ones. I want to do... So we'll do one just kind of regular. And we'll go in here and change it to the next pattern. So that way we can get several different styles rolling out here. Alright, got all of those going now. All of those going different genome patterns so that we get different colors, which will be really fun. We'll just kind of wait for those. So we got this going. It's saying that there is no power here, which honestly, like I was saying, we only needed power to up to that certain point. So let's just go ahead and go replace. Alright, perfect. Now we will just wait for those to be done. When those are done, we'll pick back up. Alright, looks like we are getting close to having all 4 of our dinosaurs ready to complete and release. So here's always a really fun kind of thing to watch overall. I love the little cutscenes that they do with the dinosaurs at the Hammond Creation Lab. Let's go ahead and take a peek at that now. So there's the normal one. Oh, really cool. Like the pattern. Oh yeah, look, they definitely look quite a bit different. This one looks more blue, the other one looks a little bit more orange. Pretty awesome, pretty awesome. So we'll wait for all 4 of those to release. Did I release them all? Yeah, release in progress. So it looks like it is releasing all of them. Let's see what else we got here. It's cool to see them in the sun, because then it kind of almost looks like they could be slightly different in color from each one, which I find really fun. But we're just gonna wait for this last one to release. And while we're waiting on him, we're going to... Actually, I totally spaced it off to go into the ACU. To add in. One of the major things for the ACU I'd highly recommend once you complete is scheduling. And then, obviously, maybe some accuracy and reloading. I've noticed that if you do... You know, like 2 of these, like it doesn't really seem to make a huge difference. So I like the scheduling, because then it makes it so you are able to get everything you need, hopefully, in one kind of swoop. So yeah, I was able to get all 4 of them, perfect. And with the helicopter being so close, I do not have to wait long, which will be perfect. And see, with that accuracy and stuff, it's making it super smooth and easy. They are running for their lives. That is another fun aspect of this game as well, is to watch the helicopter kind of, you know, take out the dinosaurs. Not really taking them out, but, you know, tranquilizing them, basically. And then then you basically call in a different helicopter to transport all of these guys. So I will transport all of these and we'll catch back up on the other side. Alright, so I did get all of them ready for transport. They got them all getting over here to transport. Gonna take a few moments there. But hopefully with those guys, it definitely should help out. It's kind of cool to kind of watch them all being transported within the air, as you can see here. I love what they did. Like how the tail and stuff kind of, even the neck, the legs, all of it kind of just floats in the air. Pretty cool. Now, they're only able to transport, it looks like, 3 dinosaurs at a time. The more ACU transports you put down, the more, basically, dinosaurs you'd be able to transport at any given time. So that's kind of how that works. If I can't say one thing about the transporting of the dinosaurs is that I wish that there was a way to speed it up. Like, if there was a way that you can actually speed up these helicopters, I think that that would be pretty amazing. Maybe something in an update for that would be pretty cool. Alright, so we did want to put some other dinosaurs into this as well. So let's go ahead and get our next guys, which will be the Gallimimus, and we'll do all of the different skins on these guys as well. So we'll pick it back up on the other side once I get that done. Alright, so we got all of those guys in there, ready to go. Got different skins on them as well. So that'll be pretty awesome. We'll wait for those guys to brew. Looks like we're still getting transported over on the other dinosaurs. But it looks like our first enclosure. Let's see these guys over here. How we doing? Looks like running around happy. Enjoying life. Eating some food. Ah, looks like we do actually have a few guests in the park. I mean, you always, anytime you get dinosaurs flowing into your park, like, you know, people are gonna show up in droves. So, yeah, look at this. Hustle and bustle. I love seeing the people on the streets. It's pretty cool. Definitely reminds me of the, you know, Jurassic World Main Street area. When the, you know, pterodactyls and came in, taking the people away. Pretty fun. But yeah, here's kind of the, you know, if you were in the hotel, you'd be able to see this whole area back over here. Kind of a fun thing. I would assume if I had to guess, these hotel rooms on this backside, probably a fortune. As well as these ones. Spared no expense.
Transporting asset.
Spare no expense as you know, spend all of your dough just to stay there. I'll tell you, I would. Not gonna lie. But yeah, pretty awesome. I also hear in the updates as well from the monorail towers that you're going to be able to actually see the views from the monorails, which is going to be pretty awesome. Obviously, like I said in the last one, we're going to be able to do street view, which would be pretty awesome. Right now, the only way to physically do street view is if you have, you know, obviously this is the closest I can get right now. But also, too, if you're in a Jeep, with the Ranger Jeeps. So, first enclosure so far. Still waiting on those dinosaurs. Something that's really cool that you can do if you really want to is drive the gyrosphere, which I always think is really awesome, because then you can get into the enclosure, see all the dinosaurs, get up close. The cool thing about driving it yourself is you actually don't have to follow the path that's set, which makes it really fun. So I do like that a lot, that they at least added that feature. Now if you stop moving, I thought maybe there'd be a feature where it would just, you know, continue back to the track and have like an auto feature where it just does it on its own, but it does not. So that's cool. So that one, I just kind of left it there in the field. It'll kind of mosey its way back. Kind of fun times, though. Alright, we do need to get power out to the Innovation Center and kind of build off this direction. So why don't we go ahead and work on that. And what I want to go ahead and do is to at least get some power out there. Let's go ahead and kind of fill in this area with trees. Just kind of go along the path here.
Transportation complete.
That way we can at least get some power out there. I don't necessarily like the way that looks specifically, but we can always toy with it later, so not really too worried about it at the moment. Actually, what I was thinking is maybe I can put in a large substation. Like right here. And then that way it'll power a lot of stuff in this whole area. And that way I can push it back. So it's a little further back here, right? Alright, let's do that. And then that way we can kind of, you know, have that be like that. Yeah, I think that'll work. That'll be fine. It does kind of ruin the effect of like rounding the corner down to the innovation center, but we'll fix that somehow. One of the things that I do wish that they would fix in the update, if they are going to, would be underground power. Would be pretty freaking awesome. Like underground power for reals. Alright, I think we're good there. Just kind of remove that. That'll be fine. Just kind of wanted to leave this space open just a little bit. Alright, and then let's just go ahead and I guess start building our first enclosure. Well, I guess our second enclosure now. So not really... Oh, nope, I don't know why I started going with that one. We want to... I kind of like to drop down the viewing gallery first. Just because, you know, kind of have an idea of where I want it to go. Try to be slightly in the middle as much as possible here. Right, that looks really good. There's our second enclosure. I kind of like having the... Got that done. So we'll leave that for now. Alright, let's see what else we got here. So we do need to get more power out to there. Let's go ahead and duplicate this other side with the same thing. Alright, and we will just go ahead and duplicate that here on this side. So let's go ahead and kind of line this up here. I'd say that looks pretty aligned. Right, getting these fences here. Building the ultimate park. Kind of give you... I'm building some dinosaur enclosures. That's currently what I'm doing. Just trying to make my park look super nice. Build some trees here. Trying to give these two kind of similar looks. Not really happening so much there. So far, those are my two enclosures over here. Let me go ahead and zoom in over here. We do have a little bit of an enclosure started. Here's some dinosaurs. Try to give you an idea what's going on here. Got the Arsuchiomimus. Got different color skins on them. Just kind of a cool thing. And if you remember from Jurassic World, there's the gyrosphere. Kind of show you here. You can get in there. You can also change the camera as well. Kind of get in up close to the dinosaurs. Saying hello there. Hello to you as well. We move out. Kind of show you here. This is kind of like where you enter in from the arrival point. Jurassic World Isla Nublar. You come in, come down off the monorail. Unfortunately, there's not a closer street view I can get than this. So then down off the monorail. Kind of have this little corridor with the hotels. And then obviously directly behind the hotels are the dinosaurs in the gyrosphere. Kind of a cool thing to see when you wake up. And then as you come down this corridor, you get the Innovation Center at the end with a bunch more exhibits, which I have not filled in yet. Looks like we actually do have some dinosaurs ready for release. Let's go ahead and do that. Got the Gallimimus. Let's go ahead and pop these guys out here. Kind of a cool little cutscene. They almost look pretty similar to the Struthiomimus, but the Gallimimus are obviously different. They're not the same. But you probably will remember the Gallimimus when Tim and Lex and Alan Grant are lost in the field, and they're just like, what is that? It looks like a flock of birds. He's like, it's Gallimimus. And he's like, well, they're flocking this way. So kind of fun to watch the little cutscenes when they release. We will be getting to some bigger dinosaurs, obviously. As of right now, just kind of getting the park started. But we do want to tranquilize and move these guys. That is what we will be doing. Wait for that last one to come out there. Also, another really cool thing, I don't know if I had mentioned it or not, but you can actually you can pilot the helicopter, which is a really cool thing. Let's go ahead and let's just get into it. So here I am, and then I can go into the dart gun and do all of this manually by hand. Oh, I'm a bad shot. Yeah, see, they're obviously not going to be. Oh, one hit wonder there on those guys. Did I get him? Nope. All right. Looks like I got him. All right. Well, looks like I got all of them. Now we transport all of these. Oh wait, did I miss one? Oh nope, he got him. Perfect. And then we transport all these guys. So I will transport all these guys and pick it up on the other side. It's kind of time consuming just a little bit to do this whole back and forth type thing.
Asset collection request.
What I'm thinking I may eventually end up doing just to save some time, just to fill these paddocks really quickly, is probably drop in a Hammond Center, like somewhere over here, just to release a bunch of them, just to keep filling. Because I know that when these dinosaurs end up passing and I end up having to refill all these paddocks, that it's going to be very time consuming. As you can see, for me, going over here, moving them over here. So definitely something that can save you a lot of time is to put in temporary Hammond Centers, release a bunch of dinosaurs, and then call it good. It looks like the guests are walking what is the backstage area. Unfortunately, I cannot stop them, but I was kind of hoping to have this little gray area, basically kind of a staging backstage area, and then all of what is the this path that's kind of pinkish would be all of where the guest area is. So, all right. Well, I think we will just leave it there. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I definitely do appreciate all of your time. If you guys have any suggestions on what we should fill these 2 paddocks here behind the Innovation Center with, maybe we could do some carnivores, maybe a couple different carnivores, do some bigger dinosaurs. It'll be really fun. So definitely tune in for part 3 when we go ahead and we'll just start filling in the rest of this park little by little. So I definitely do appreciate you guys tuning in. Thank you so much. And as always remember, stay awesome.